Welcome back to another episode of the Coop Scoop. I'm Max Patterson.
And I'm Sarah Hardy. Across the nation, there are well-known university presidents and high-ranking academics. Here at UD, some feel a little disconnected from the people who run the university, while others seem to be more tapped in. Could you recognize DeSantis? I'm not sure. Let's find out.
Now, I believe we have some photos that are supposed to be put up right here. Oh yeah, look. So, by the look of the first one, I'm going to guess that this is not DeSantis.
I'm going to agree on that. Looks a little too casual.
Yeah, very casual.
Now, he looks like he could be a mob leader, but maybe
Looks
not.
very dapper, but definitely not the president of the university. You know what? I'm going to take my shot and I'm going to say this is him. I've never seen him in person, so I'm going to say that this is him.
I'm going to have to agree to disagree. That no. Now this guy, that looks like my president.
I might have shot too early. I definitely see the blue hentai giving it away a little bit.
Dead giveaway.
But we'll run through the rest of these photos to see.
So I'm going to bank on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not. He has a warm smile, but I don't know if he's the president of the university.
No, I would say no. Let's kick it over to Ryan for more on the subject.
University of Delaware School President Dennis DeSantis was elected back in November of 2015. I'm Ryan Coluccio with the Coop Scoop, going around asking students if they could first name the school president and second, pick him out of a lineup of 5 people. And Megan, do you know the name of the school president?
Yes. President Dennis DeSantis.
Okay, if I showed you 5 random pictures, could you pick him out of a lineup?
I could try. Okay, that's not him. It's also not him. I think that's him, the middle one, right. Yes.
She nailed it. Now, Abby, do you know the name of the school president?
His name's Dennis.
That is his first name. Now, if I showed you 5 pictures, could you pick him out of a lineup?
I think so.
There
you go. People do know their president's face, I guess.
Yeah.
And Alicia, do you know the name of the school president?
No.
If I showed you pictures of 5 random people, you could even pick them out of a lineup?
The first one?
There we have it, first one. So, Dennis, if I asked you, could you name the president of the school?
Yeah, he has the same name as me. DeSantis, I think it is.
Yep. And if I showed you a lineup of 5 guys, could you pick out a lineup?
Probably not, but I think he's Greek, so maybe I can.
1?
Yeah.
2. 3. 5.
Can I see 1 again? Can I see number 3, I think it was? Number 4? I think it's number 3. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right.
Okay, and Colin, if I asked you, could you name the president of the school?
Honest, his last name.
Okay, and if I showed you a lineup of 5 different people, let's see if you could pick them out of that lineup.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 5.
Number 1.
It is actually number 3, but good try. All right, there we go. All right, well, there you have it. To some, President DeSantis is a recognizable face, and to others, he's a man of mystery. I'm Ryan Coluccio with the Coop Scoop. Back to you.
Campus in Lewis, Delaware recently celebrated its annual Coast Day event. We sent Coop Scoop reporter Brandon Barabino down to soak up some sun and check out the event.
Today I'm here in Lewis, Delaware at the Hugh R. Sharp campus for their annual Coast Day event.
It's probably kind of like a celebration of what we've been doing down here on the Lewis campus.
We're going to talk to some professors, students, and guests alike to see what they think about the event and what we can learn about it.
Coast Day offers live music, food food trucks, and many fun and educational events, such as tours of the Robotics Discovery Lab, which features some of the campus' newest technology, like underwater submarines and a robot dog named Snoop. Snoop is a new piece of technology that scientists are training to measure and monitor beach conditions in areas where it's too difficult to get to. I got the opportunity to talk to some of the staff members working the event, one of them being Tom McKenna, a scientist for the Delaware Geological Survey. He told me that his program has been participating in Coast Day for over 20 years now.
This is like first Coast Day, or is
No,
it?
we've been coming to Coast Day probably 20 years or more.
Okay,
something
cool.
like that. Yeah.
Nice.
Then he gave me a brief description of what he likes about it.
Really meeting people. It brings out a different bunch of people that we get up in Newark. Sometimes we do Community Day and Ag Day in Newark. This one brings out a bigger crowd.
While here, I interviewed Oliver Reynolds, a student at Lewis, Delaware, who also works at an oyster farm right here on campus. He gave us a tour of the farm and also gave his opinion on Coast Day.
I'm kind of just excited to help people about the oyster industry here in Delaware and some of the cool things we've been able to accomplish with the hatchery here.
The spat. Ooh, what's that? What's that mean?
That's these are baby oysters. They
Okay.
set onto that. This is what they do in the wild.
What does that do for them?
They just grow. They just grow on this. That's like this in the wild. They're rebuilding organisms. And yeah, just show off what we've been doing at the oyster hatchery and get people excited about oyster aquaculture in Delaware. Right now we're at the Delaware Sea Grant / University of Delaware oyster hatchery. We're outside in our nursery. This was our second year of operation, and we actually were our first year where we were able to reach our quota of about 1 million seed. Distribute to local farmers.
Wow.
So that's a big deal for us.
For my final question, I asked Oliver if he thinks Coast Day has benefited his experience as a UD student on the Lewis campus.
It's a chance for me to meet a lot of cool people, see a lot of other research and stuff I'm not familiar with, and it's a chance to share what I've been doing and talk to a lot of cool people and families and students and educate them about stuff I care about.
Find your share of fun, education, and even some aquatic animals down at Coast Day every year in Lewis, Delaware. This is Brandon Barabino from the Coop Scoop, signing off.
Residents of Newark, Delaware have recently been obsessed with mangoes, or at least obsessed with the brand new restaurant on Main Street called Mango Mango. Coop Scoop reporters Melissa and Ryan went to Mango Mango to learn about the restaurant's rising popularity.
Mango Mango is a new restaurant on Main Street in Newark, Delaware, specializing in Japanese desserts. The store recently celebrated its grand opening the weekend of August 31st to September 2nd.
This is Ryan and Melissa with the Coop Scoop, and we're standing outside Mango Mango here on Main Street. Let's go check it out.
Hi, I'm Melissa Wood, and I'm with the Coop Scoop, and I'm here with a customer at Mango Mango. What's your name?
My name is Nick.
Nick? Okay, nice to meet you. So how did you hear about this place, and was there any type of marketing that stood out to you?
Word of mouth. The grapevine's very popular by the fact that this place only opened like a few weeks ago, ain't it?
And do you come here regularly since the opening?
I'd unfortunately say yes. More so than I'd like to admit.
Newark residents and University of Delaware students alike seem to be taking well to the new establishment, as a current employee confirms that it is often very busy.
How do people seem to be responding to the opening of this establishment?
Very well, except sometimes when it's really busy, like you'll have people that are like just not impatient, just patient sometimes.
In addition, the presentation of the desserts are absolutely social media worthy, with many customers posting their orders and tagging the store.
So we actually have some Mango Mango ice cream with us today, and we have the mango flavor. So we're gonna try it out.
Yeah.
You ready?
You ready? Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Texture. Ooh, wait, I like that a lot.
It's smooth like some gelato, but
Yeah.
it has an ice cream really flavored taste. I've never actually been here, but I do see it all the time.
I'd say the creaminess, it's like a mix of like creamy and like fruity fresh.
Oh, definitely. I'm going in for a couple more bites, I ain't gonna lie. See, I'm gonna definitely have to check out this maybe another time and grab some other flavors.
Yeah.
But
Wish we had more time to eat this.
I know, right? I could really kill this little sitting right here. I believe this was only $2.50,
Yeah.
a little cup. So if you wanted a craving, you could go catch one at Mango Mango.
Grab a coat, Blue Hens, because UD's women's ice hockey team is partnering with the Philadelphia Flyers to take the sport of ice hockey by storm. Here's Coop Scoop reporter Chris Canada to tell us more about the team.
Thanks, guys. A new chapter is about to begin at the University of Delaware women's sports as ice hockey is coming here next fall for the Blue Hens as they take on and become the first ever Division I program. After a year of recruiting and planning, the Blue Hens are ready to hit the ice next fall here at the Fed Rust Arena.
Building the program from the ground up wasn't easy. Finding the right coach and recruiting took some time, but now the team is set to compete in the College Hockey of America, a conference formed with 6 other schools. Additionally, the program has gained much attention through socials and a major boost through a strategic partnership with the Philadelphia Flyers, UD Athletic Director Chrissy Rohuk announced at the Wells Fargo Center.
And there is no doubt in my mind that this partnership will quickly put our program in a position to be successful.
The Flyers are committed to growing the sport, particularly women's ice hockey. The partnership with UD will focus on expanding hockey's reach in the community and creating a world-class program here in Newark. Flyers and Blue Hens will co-host youth hockey clinics at Fed Rust Arena, and the Flyers community will make its way to UD to engage local fans.
Partnering with them to do community outreach, whether it's in Delaware or in the Philly area, like trying to grow the game, right? That's a big piece of it. Player and coach development, so we'll be able to, sit down with their coaches and kind of pick their brains on how they run certain things.
In addition to the reach in the community, Delaware women's ice hockey student athletes will have access to career and professional development with the Flyers, as well as a chance to participate in the Flyers' Next Shift program, a program where student athletes can shadow professional women throughout the organization on game nights.
They're going to offer internships for our student athletes and actually open it up for students at Delaware, so not specific to ice hockey, but we'll start with us and I think then branch out.
As the Blue Hens gear up for their inaugural Division I season, expectations are high. With a strong and experienced coaching staff and the Flyers' support, UD Ice Hockey is set to make some noise at the Fed Rust Arena.
We do things right here, and you're treated well and you're supported well, and so that makes our job as coaches a lot easier when we know that there's resources for our student athletes to really excel.
With high hopes and strong support from the Philadelphia Flyers, the UD community as a whole, energy's coming to Newark, and the Blue Hens are ready to hit the next fall and march through these doors as they compete for the first ever Division I program. Reporting from Newark, Delaware, Chris Granada for the Coop Scoop.
Ice hockey isn't the only sport that's ready for the spotlight. Our very own football team is currently sitting undefeated. I recently met up with the team to get a better understanding of Blue Hen football.
Hi, I'm Max Patterson here with the Coop Scoop, and I'm on the south end of campus in the heart of where UD's athletic facilities reside. Today we're going to be checking out the Delaware football Blue Hens. Let's check them out.
The Blue Hens are turning heads across the conference, sitting at the top of the standings without a single loss. I had the chance to catch up with a couple of players and find out what it takes to stay unbeaten and how they're preparing for the tough games ahead.
5-0 is a great place to be right now, but, it's not the end goal. I think it's the biggest thing, and we're kind of going to be our worst enemy in that, and I think defeating ourselves is the only thing that can really stop us.
Being 5-0, it just speaks something about the team, being a full team that's together and playing for one another. It speaks value to the coaches, having faith in their players, and putting us in the best position to win every Saturday.
These athletes aren't just working hard on game day, it's a full-time commitment. From waking up early to 6 a.m. to workouts and balancing demands of classes and football, staying undefeated requires discipline and focus. I spoke with some players about their weekly routines.
We usually come in, watch the previous game that happened on Saturday. Usually have a team lift after the team lift. Later in the afternoon, we come back for a walkthrough.
Waking up early every morning is it's pretty difficult at first, but it's something as you kind of grow older, you get used to it. Definitely that freshman, sophomore year, when you first step on campus, it's pretty difficult.
Every morning I'm up at 5 o'clock. I got treatment for an hour before practice, warm up everything, 2.5-2-hour practice, and back in the treatment room for an hour. And I got class at 12:40, and then after class I come back and do more treatment, which is super fun. Got to keep my body, feeling good. I'm 22, going on 23 years old, so I've played 5 years of college football. My body's kind of kicking my butt right now.
Treatment, lunch, more treatment, another class, back here for meetings and stuff like that, and that's minus a couple classes here and there. That's really how it looks on a day-to-day basis.
Beyond the grind, players also shared what it means to represent the Blue Hen community. Speaking of fans, they had a message for you. This Saturday's game is shaping up to be one of the biggest matchups of the season, and they want to see the stadium packed.
We have one of the best offenses in the country. We have the best defense in the country. I don't know what else you want. It's good football. We're moving up. There's nothing more. Lights are on us. You get a little cheer loud, get a little hot dog.
You should go to the football game on Saturday because they're a ton of fun. Definitely get to express your Delaware pride and support major sport here at the university. Again, good fans, good energy, and you get to see the Blue Hens win.
So if you haven't made weekend plans yet, now's the time to grab your tickets. The Blue Hens play 1 p.m. this Saturday and look to remain undefeated. I'm Max Patterson here on South End of campus with the Coop Scoop.
So Max here is actually UD football's wide receiver.
I am.
Great. So tell us, in your opinion, how does a team's success affect school spirit in a wider community?
I believe that when you win, a lot of people start to pay attention. And so the more people that start to pay attention, you got more people at the games. That creates a big environment at the games. It's fun to play in front of a lot of people, and it helps the team come out on top.
We heard from your teammates, but what's your personal motivation or mindset going into each game?
Each week, I think I just try to pour everything I have into that week, and then you'll worry about the next week when it comes.
After seeing all the hard work you and the team put in behind the scene, what's something that wasn't disclosed in the video?
Totally, yeah. I think that a lot of people take football players a little bit too seriously because it's such a physical sport and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of guys who love football out there goofing around.
Thanks, Max.
Thank you. With the number of students coming to UD only increasing, the housing search has only gotten harder. Here's Coop Scoop reporter Lauren Murphy with a deep dive into this growing housing problem for students.
With the trees changing colors and temperatures dropping each fall season, comes the scramble of students across the University of Delaware campus trying to find off-campus housing before it's too late.
We used to do it in November. We moved it up to October 9th. It's usually the second Wednesday of October is what we call leasing day. There are some of our competitors that start doing it first week of September. Some even the minute they move in, they're getting, proposal.
A complaint that many students share on campus is how early leases need to be signed and how fast off-campus housing fills up.
You need to be so quick with it. It's actually ridiculous that you need to start September, already looking.
I think it's so stressful. I already knew who I wanted to live with. It was still so stressful. We were trying to find a place and it filled up so fast, and we didn't get anything until October, and that felt late even though it's October, which is so early.
The most simple explanation for this problem: supply and demand. With almost 20,000 undergraduates and 62% of students looking for off-campus housing, there's only so many apartments available. Chris Locke, the General Counsel's Senior Vice President of Lang Development Group, a prominent housing company on campus, is constantly chasing enrollment numbers with new buildings each year.
We have been 100% occupied for 19 straight years. We've never had a vacancy.
And this problem is shared by all developers creating housing for UD students, causing a major supply and demand issue.
We're not the exception. Every developer will tell you the same exact numbers. And I think that tells you, a healthy real estate market has about a 5% vacancy. So when you have 0%, that's where you see the demand. That's where you see everybody rushing to get things because there are not still enough units to meet the demand that the community has.
As enrollment numbers continue to rise, we can expect that incoming students will continue to be welcomed on campus with the sound of construction as new apartments are built each year. With the Coop Scoop, this is Lauren Murphy.
For the past 43 years, the Food Bank of Delaware and the University of Delaware have had a long-standing relationship. Together, their impact on the community has been an endless growing effort. Casey Newman went to check out the space where the magic happens.
With many Americans facing the daily struggles of food insecurity, local food banks aim to give these individuals the essential resources to survive. Typically, this means collecting canned foods, non-perishables, toiletries, and other necessities. However, the Delaware Food Bank goes above and beyond to do this and so much more.
Less than 20 minutes away from campus, the Food Bank of Delaware is filled floor to ceiling with both supplies and opportunities.
Kim Turner, the Vice President of Communications for the Food Bank of Delaware, has been working for the food bank for over 16 years. Her journey all started when she was just in high school. She spent a lot of time volunteering as a UD student too. Kim has seen firsthand the numerous efforts that the food bank has accomplished and its immense growth over the years.
This is our 80,000 square foot facility. We have 2 locations, one here in Newark and one in Milford, and our job is to make sure that people who are in need of food get the food resources that they need. Right behind me is our warehouse where we are storing food from all sectors of the food service industry, from the government, from people who hold food drives, retailers, wholesalers. Last year we distributed over 19 million meals to Delawareans in need. So this is the type of infrastructure that's needed in order to get food out to the community.
What the state of Delaware lacks in size, it makes up for in charitable efforts. With the devastating effects of Hurricane Helene, the food bank pitched in to send supplies down to those in North Carolina and Florida.
But when we heard of the devastation in Asheville, North Carolina, we wanted to get involved, so we gathered up supplies that we had here, baby formula, water, and meal boxes, and a truck came on Tuesday to bring all of that food down to Manna Food Bank in Asheville. The whole facility was destroyed from the flood, so we were happy to be able to help them. We know that it'll be a long recovery, so we all kind of stick together during times of crisis.
Being so close to the university has enabled the food bank to have a long-lasting relationship with the Blue Hens. From joint events to students volunteering, UD has been known to offer a helping hand.
So our website is fbd.org. You can go on the website, learn of ways to get involved. If you're ready to get involved and come volunteer, we schedule all of our volunteers online. So that's fbd.volunteerhub.com. And students can go just online and sign up for a shift that might work for them.
It's always a season of giving here at the Food Bank of Delaware. With a million opportunities to get involved, this is the perfect place to help the local community. Reporting for the Coop Scoop, I'm Casey Nyman.
We've got a lot going on here at the University of Delaware, from continuous housing problems to sports to new mango that I hope we have some in the back after this show.
Yes, that was very delicious. I enjoyed it a lot. It's also very nice to finally know what our UD president looks like.
Oh, yes.
So now when I'm walking on the street, I could, recognize him.
Totally. I hope I do
meet
see him around campus, because
Yeah.
I'll say what's up.
Well, thanks for joining us on the Coop Scoop this week. Tune in next episode for more news, UD, and Delaware related. I'm Sarah Hardy.
And I'm Max Patterson. Until next time.